I'm happy the way I played with a guy out, and someone had to like step up, I guess. It obviously wasn't enough. Um, it's always I mean, you always try to play the same way. You always try to make the right decision, and that's what I try to do. I always try to make a right decision and play the same way. It doesn't matter if you start, you're on the bench. It doesn't really matter how much you play. Just whatever you get, you try to make the right read.
Craig called it kind of a potpourri of errors in that first half, especially. I mean, what did you guys see? You just kind of made that first half difficult, maybe more so than even that second half.
We weren't guarding. I would say we didn't do great offensively, but I wouldn't say we were doing bad. I think the first 5 minutes we had 5 turnovers, and so we needed to take care of the ball better. But I just think overall we needed to. We knew, you know, Spencer Jones is a elite 3-point shooter, and we let him get too many up, and I think they were 7 for 10 from 3 in the first half, and so we needed to do just a better job on that, and we didn't.
Brandon, does this feel like a step backwards?
It's definitely not a step forward. Yeah, I would say it's a step back, but I know it's not something we can't come back from, for sure.
Steph, what effect emotionally did not having Gabe and finding out you wouldn't have him kind of have on you guys, if any?
I mean, he's a really important key to our team. He obviously spaced the floor great. He has a great shot. It's it's hard without him, and we know it's going to be hard. And we knew the guys need to step up. It shouldn't affect you really emotionally too much. You gotta get out ready. Like, I don't want to use that as excuse for not coming out ready and being down 15 in the first half. He's important for us. Hopefully he's going to be back soon, but there shouldn't be excuse for going down like that.
Brandon, you guys have talked about focus a lot this year, just trying to maintain that. Craig said he felt like this week, everything was good in practices and everything. Was there a difference coming into tonight, or is it just kind of a game time situation, or kind of how does that work?
And I couldn't tell you. I think the guys were ready and locked in to go, but we just didn't come out. And Stanford was, biting at the bit to come play their best, and we weren't ready to play our best at the start.
Well, congrats to Stanford. They're playing great basketball. Won 5 games in a row now, and they're playing well. I mean, they're a really talented team. I think they're a lot better than their record shows. And give them credit, man. They played with great force tonight, and it just felt like they capitalized on every mistake. Obviously, they didn't capitalize on every mistake, but it felt like they capitalized on a lot of our mistakes that we had on the defensive end, which were plenty. And then offensively, the first half especially, I thought we were just very tentative, just standing around a lot, just very tentative. We knew they were going to do what they did defensively, and then we didn't respond. So, at the end of the day, you're not going to win. When you allow a team, 46 points and a half, obviously got outscored by 15, but they were getting it all in the first half, and we allowed them 1.48 points of possession. So that's a lot. Like, every possession they had the ball, they were scoring a point and a half, and you're not going to beat anybody doing that. We were a little better in the second half defensively, but still it was 1.06. So I was just really disappointed. Too many breakdowns. Transition defense was dreadful in the first half. And then Spencer Jones just kicked our, gets 22 points on 12 shot attempts in the first half. I think he was 6 for 8 from the field. And the dude's an all-league guy. He's their main guy. Obviously, we've done a really good job on him the first 2 years, or the first 2 times we played them. But just the lack of urgency was astounding. So obviously, very disappointed. I thought we played a lot better the second half. We really got on attack offensively, and we're playing with a lot more aggression. And, certainly Steph, I thought, just kind of played assertive. Obviously, he ends up scoring whatever, but, it took him 22 shots that way. But at least we were attacking, got a lot better shots, a lot more rhythm shots to give ourselves a chance. We cut it to 4, and then we took a couple shots there, just like, what are we doing here? It was out of character and not the shots that we were looking for. So we got to get better. Certainly a disappointing loss, and going to have to rebound quickly here in the next couple days.
adjustment was it for your guys, knowing that Gabe wasn't out there trying to do different things?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly like, listen, Gabe's been a very good player for us. Obviously, BC's the guy everybody plans for, and I'd say, Gabe's the other guy, right? And he does so many things for our team that help makes everybody better because they're just not letting Gabe. They game plan for that. So if Gabe goes sets and screens, they're not going to help. So that gives every other guy on our team cleaner looks and better opportunities. So, but I think our guys, we didn't know for sure until Wednesday that he wasn't going to play. Yesterday after he got his results, his follow-up results back. And so, but they knew. I think they had a pretty good idea that odds were he wasn't going to play. So, in college athletics, man, like obviously Gabe's a good player, but that's why you have a team. You got to build a team and guys got to be ready. And it is a little bit different because a lot of our things that we do go through him, but that's just part of sports, right? I mean, look at the 49ers and they, get to the fourth string quarterback. It's just how sports work. So you got to be able to figure it out and got to have enough depth to make up for that.
Craig, you talked about maybe a lack of focus. Did you see this coming? Like, how were your practices coming into this?
I did not see this coming. I thought we had good practices. We really executed well. I thought we competed hard. So it was, I thought we had a good shoot around today. So, it's twofold. Stanford's good. They're like I said, they're a talent. I mean, they got some talent over there. But I just thought we were, with their size, they're the biggest team in the country. They can get you standing around a little bit. And that's playing into their hands. In the second half, we played with a lot more force. But certainly we just didn't, it looked to me like we just didn't have our edge, that it needs to be on either end of the floor. It's easy to talk about offense. We were still at a point of possession on offense in the first half. We were just beyond dreadful defensively, and we're trying to play a few guys. Boston Holt was out tonight with a lower leg injury too, and so we tried. Obviously, we really thinned down our rotation in the second half, and it helped, but it wasn't enough.
Greg, you mentioned the miscues, but how much of a disjointedness does it come to the game when there's that many fouls, that many whistles, as you're trying to kind of coach that?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I look at it like the way we started the game, right? Like on the offensive end. I mean, we only ended up with 8 turnovers for the game, but I think 5 of our first 8 or 9 possessions, we sloppy turnovers. Like I think 2 or 3 of them were just simple feeding the post. I mean, how many times have we done that all year? And we've become a lot better at that, but it's just soft floating passes, staring it down. Like if he's not there, swing the ball and get it moving, right? And then that can have a little bit of a carryover effect. Like where's your mind at? Okay, we turn it over, next best action, right? Officiating, I mean, it is what it is. Like some nights you're going to have officiating that's elite. Some nights they're just going to, you got to take a guy out for it to be a foul, and then some nights it's like tonight. So it is what it is. We have to adjust. As coaches, we got to adjust. Players got to adjust. It's just how it is.
With Steph in the starting lineup, how do you go about getting more production out of your bench?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with the depth, right? Like, we felt very confident. Steph started a lot of games last year. He's been in that role. He's comfortable with it. You know what I mean? He was already playing, 28, 29, 30 minutes a night, if not more. So that we weren't worried about that part at all. It's just we got to get some of these other guys acclimated. Will, I thought played well for the most part. I mean, he missed some wide open, clean shots early. I think he missed 2 or 3 pretty clean looks. That happens in basketball, right? So then it's, and Kaba, I don't know. I mean, it just felt like this game, and when we got down, we needed BC out there as a veteran. Kaba's been playing pretty well. So we got to find an answer here, and we don't have a lot of time as the season's running out. But we got to get more production from those guys, whomever it might be.
You mentioned the lack of urgency defensively. It just looked like a lot of guys got beat off the dribble from the 3-point line to just repeatedly Stanford getting into the paint.
Yeah, it was everything. I mean, the first play of the game, they turned the corner on a ball screen play. Number 4, Jones does, and he just kind of, I call it big boy. He kind of. This isn't a foul, but he's a strong player. He plays aggressive to the rim, and he just kind of bullies you right into the paint, and he throws up a tough angle and scores it. I thought we were throwing up some hope shots where you just hope it goes in. So we got to be able to be better with that when we attack in the paint. But I thought it was just a potpourri of everything, quite frankly. I mean, they go 10 for 18 from the 3. You know, you go 16 for 21 from the 2, or excuse me, from the free throw line. They're a team that makes 10 free throws a night, and we had to foul a little bit late, right? Probably 4 free throws late. So you know, a lot of time, what's free throw shooting? This is a team that doesn't make a lot of free throws, or attempt a lot of free throws. And so fouling, what is it? Like playing out of stance, being out of position, being up behind the play, readiness to compete, offensive rebounds, right? Transition. Like I said, our transition defense was abysmal. And I thought they really got loose and saw some easy ones go in the hole early, and then that's contagious, right? And we've seen that. Obviously, teams see that. When you see them, especially on the road, you see that ball going early, kind of gives you a little mojo that way. But I just thought it was a little bit of everything.